Is there sound now? All right, awesome. Yeah, let me make sure I lock the car. Yeah, I did. All right. Yeah, I rode out to here and started the stream, and then went to make sure my mic was positioned and realized I didn't have a mic. But I had the Velovox set to use the mic, which it would let me set to because I had the receiver plugged up to it. And it doesn't know that there's just not any mic on the other end. Hi, Logarithm, and hi, Mr. Winnie Cat. This app loaded a message from last stream again, unless Saria just said the same message as last stream. It did this a few streams ago, like when it was disconnecting from Twitch, when it reconnected, it just loaded a random message from the middle of the last stream. Does it sound okay? Usually I make sure the mic's working and then I plug it up to the Velovox. I figured out if I don't do that sometimes, it kind of sounds distorted. No, it's So's Creek Trail. It's like South Brenton or Kent, like up on the hill. Okay, cool. Well, it should be loud and clear, but if it's messed up, it'll occasionally sound like it's clipping out or something. And if it ever does that, I can just unplug the mic and plug it back up, and that fixes it. I just I didn't set stuff up quite the way I normally do because I'm using the Starlink, so everything's all screwed up. Like I just sat in the parking lot for like 20 minutes, plugging stuff up to other stuff and doing all kinds of stuff, trying to get it all to work. I actually should, I want to bring up the bit rate so I can see what it's actually using. Why did I have it set to a 250? I had it to, I had the bit rate set really low down. So it's cool. It's mostly right now using my good T-Mobile modem and Starlink. It's getting the most data from Starlink. So I'm riding the e-bike today, and it has a luggage rack on the back, so I can test out my thing before I go buy one for the other bike. So the Starlink's, oh, I should check it since I've ridden a little bit and make sure, because it's, yeah, it's still tight. See, Starlink is, I just stuck it in a backpack because it makes it less likely that the bungee cords slide off, and bungee corded it to the luggage rack. Yeah, hi Kathy. I mean, I have all my cell service also, but I just bought a Starlink Mini because they were on sale. And I'm stress testing it. See all these trees I'm going under? We're gonna see how often it cuts out. The only problem is all my chat's running through it. So if it totally disconnects, I might not be able to see chat. But I can, if it gets really bad, I can fix stuff. Hi, Ari. I mean, it has two. And this is going to be the real stress test. See if I can get through here at it. totally disconnecting. It's getting 7K bit rate through the Starlink under these trees. It's actually working better. Okay, now it died. It stopped updating because my chat phone lost service. Oh, now it's saying it. Okay, it died. Oh, I just reconnected to Twitch chat, so I guess it started working. Should I come through on this side? Oh, that's fine. Thank you. Didn't want to run over any little kids. Is my stuff updating again? I guess not. Alright, I guess you guys can hear me. I just can't read chat because of said reason. Because my chat phone is on the Starlink and it's not working under all these trees. Problem is when it disconnects, it needs to it'll stay connected through a lot of trees, but when it disconnects, it needs quite a bit of sky to reconnect. And I'm just too much under trees for it to have a chance, at least from all the testing I've done so far. If it doesn't reconnect in a minute, I'll take my phone off Wi-Fi. Also, I've gone over some bumps. I can check it in a minute and make sure it's not coming off. Make sure the roots haven't check that here. Make sure the roots haven't I think it's safe like this, but I want to make sure. Oh, that bungee cord is actually almost loose enough where it could come off. All right. That's better. Oh, hey, it's back. I was wondering also, I tested it a little bit yesterday walking around our yard, with and without a bag. The reason I have it in a bag is it's hard to get the bungee cords to not slot. I don't want it to slip out from under the bungee cords, and the bag catches on them good and keeps it from slipping out. All right. Awesome. Here, let me, I just don't have chat. Let me, it just disconnected again. Let me fix chat. Oh, well, it reconnected. So I figured I'd try it today and see how it worked. And if it didn't work good at all, maybe figure out some other way to mount it, not in a backpack, and see if it works better then. Well, I'll find out. It won't be in anything when it's on top of my car. No, it definitely does not like trees at all. It doesn't mind trees as much as I thought it would, though. But it's not that heavy. Let me check and make sure I didn't miss any messages. Oh wait, let's see. Best place would be on your head. Oh, it read these out of order. Stream has been fine apart from like 1 second long glitch. Okay. Also, since the rack is behind you, your body might block the line of sight in some cases. Yeah, and then it seems like it doesn't like trees. Okay. Yeah, I got it because it was on sale, and I was planning on pretty much just using it in my car. And then I figured out how light it was, and and figured out it doesn't work better with all sky. Obviously, it'll work with quite a bit of sky covered up, and I didn't want to ever mount it to my head, so I thought, well, I just won't use it biking because there's no, unless I had a trailer to keep it way off from me, there's no way I won't just like block all the signal. But then I figured out it'll work pretty good with not that much signal, so I thought, well, I can actually use this bike riding also. I can just get a luggage rack and just put it on the luggage rack. I could put it in a backpack, but then it's pointed sideways too much, and it really needs to be pointed straight up, or you know, at an angle, not straight up actually, but kind of at an angle. All right, and I don't think I missed any other chat, so that's cool. But it is nice, like, right here, usually there's hardly any cell service, and usually with all of my connections, my bit rate's so bad that, like, I've tried to come out here and look off of this boardwalk, at the creek, and it just disconnects, like where it usually either looks really, really bad here or it utterly disconnects where the stream's just down. And that's staying on good enough. And right now it looks really good, and it's because, well, it kind of died right then. I think I got off the bike and stood in front of the Starlink. I'm watching stream again. Now it's holding like 9K bit rate, and it's like basically only the Starlink doing all of that. Yeah, I tried it out yesterday. It is really stable when it's not blocked. And it doesn't need like all the sky. Like, I didn't have, the first day I had it, I didn't have a mount to put it on my car. So I sat it on the dashboard just so it could see up through the windshield. So it could see, like, you know, about half the sky. And most of the time, even driving on the road with trees on both sides of me, if it was kind of wide, like if it could see like a fourth of the sky, it would usually get pretty decent bandwidth. If there was no trees in front of me, like, and it could see like covering up, so that's why it could see about half. It's like really, 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 really stable. Like on speed tests, it'll get like 40 or 50 megabits, and like better than I do on cell service, like 90% of the places. Wait, what? Is there a Ubisoft game called Starlink? Because I didn't even know. So it keeps disconnecting now, so I assume maybe the stream looks bad. Normally I just basically can't stream at this right here. Like I've tried to look at this creek and stuff before. I think it died. Oh, it died. I leave somewhere else where it's better. I turned my chat phone. 2 live spaceships and a Star Fox. My extra Switch version. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't have a Switch. I've mostly only played PC games, so I guess that's why I'd never heard of it. See this? Oh, you see it disconnected? That's what usually happens here. I just had a good, looked really nice until the Starlink crapped out. I went too far under those trees. There's no cars coming. Awesome. Pull over right here and stop. Oh, there's the e-bikers that went by me earlier. Why is it still saying I'm not connected to Twitch? The heck? Because I turned off Wi-Fi. Is Verizon's service just so bad here that I can't connect to Twitch with it either? Oh, I guess so, because this phone has reconnected. The one is on Starlink. Weird. Yeah, it doesn't look like the Velobox is using Starlink for any upload, but it's connected because I couldn't connect to load Twitch over Verizon, and I got back on the Wi-Fi and it started working. Oh, now it's reconnected and it's getting a bandwidth, or reconnected enough that it's getting bandwidth. So yeah, anyways, it'll probably cut out again going on these trees. I just wanted to try out. There's some places I have ideas of where to use it and the road, a normal road is a lot wider, like the gap in the trees, than this trail. So this is like somewhere I wouldn't expect it to work, but cell service is usually okay here. Like this section has really, really bad cell service, but I've streamed here multiple times before. So I thought that I would, try it out someplace where I can stream off cell service and just see how good the Starlink stays connected when I don't think it should do a good job. And then that'll give me a better idea of, how much I can push it. So I don't go someplace like driving, nothing, no cell service, and then just the stream's like unwatchable completely. It's not ideal. My back is blocking it. Plus, this bike, I sit really straight up as the e-bike. So, and I have a backpack on, so the backpack's actually sticking over the Starlink also. So, I'm actually blocking a lot of the sky. If I go put a luggage rack on my regular bike that I lean forward on, I would be, its seat, it's more forward. Like this bike, the luggage rack is almost up under the seat, the front of it. So it's seat more forward, and I'd be actually leaning forward, so I wouldn't be covering so much shit up. So this is just a, really, really bad scenario. Now I'm passing you on your left. And it's cool, like sections like this is also always looks really, 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 really bad. It looks like it still kind of looks pretty bad, but maybe better than normal. Here, keep going. Thank you. I had a stop sign, but I guess they stopped and figured they'd let me go. Nice thing also is I have fenders on this bike, so I don't think I sprayed that much water, some of that much water all over the other backpack. Look at all the ducks. It's a whole bunch of them. But see, this is cool. I'm pushing max bit rate right now. And this part of the trail, I would not have good bit rate with cell service. So, like, if I can set up my setup differently where chat doesn't stop working when it cuts off. So, like, this would be great. Like, it cut off back there on all the trees. But, like, this section, which is the worst section of the whole trail, is working really well. At least so far. They're kind of cool. Oh, I can go on by. They're further apart than I realized. So anyways, how is everyone doing? I hadn't really asked, and I've just been blabbering about Starlink because it was cutting off and I was trying to be able to read chat. It might be a little boring. But it's kind of cool. This is, it's very stable right now. Like this amount of sky is plenty for it. Even though my body's blocking half of the sky, and then there's trees on both sides. Not tall ones, but some. Oh, look, some of the trees are starting to turn. Those get like, those really tall ones, they get like super, super bright yellow. Oh, I see. Didn't design a foam mount for your bike? Oh, like just make your own? Like a better one than what you can buy, I assume. So this is when I get back into a good cell service area. Like there's an actual cell tower I can see right there. But all that back there is real, usually real horrible. Oh, yeah, that'd be really cool. Sometimes I wish I had a 3D printer. Like there's all kinds of cool stuff I could make. Print like stuff to mount my GoPro or phone mount. Uh-huh. I'd probably print stuff out to try to like organize stuff in my backpack and stuff if I could actually think of what I wanted, like how to print the stuff, like what to print enough. Yeah, it seems pretty useful being able to 3D print all that stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's like one of the really annoying things for it. You have to have it right side up. You have to do that. It outputs in HDMI only one way also, so if you turn the camera upside down, you have to, the first few times I streamed mountain biking, I had the camera upside down, and then I just had to flip it in OBS. And then one of the times I had it flipped the other way, and then I forgot I was going to stream, and I forgot to flip it back on OBS, and that was before I had remote desktop set up, so I couldn't fix it. So I figured it out before I went live and just didn't stream that day because remembered it because the stream would have just been upside down like on Twitch, and there's nothing I could do about it without driving home. So after that, I finally just bought a mount, a more expensive mount with more adjustments that would let it tilt up enough that it could be right side up and not just point down at the ground. And I'm in view of the cell phone tower, but it's still, oh, actually right now it has them all evenly divided pretty much. It had been preferring Starlink over the cell service, which I thought was kind of crazy that it was stable enough that it was preferring it. But right now it pretty much just has it evenly divided over every connection. And it's probably gonna die again because I'm going into the trees. Yep, it already died. Or at least that chat disconnected. Wow. Another swamp looking area to the left. And I'm starting to regret. My car set was 69 when I got to the parking lot, but I am used to it being in the 70s. I'm starting to regret riding the e-bike wearing a really, really thin jacket and shorts because I'm starting to freaking freeze. I'm like about to turn it off and just like destroy my legs pedaling it just to get some heat before I freeze to death. Yeah, but they're letting me by. What does it say it is? 69 or something? I was talking about, I went kayaking yesterday when it was colder, but I was paddling, doing something that builds up heat. Yeah, I mostly, if I'm like sitting still and it gets below like 72, I start freezing. Like in the house, if it's below like 72, I just put a jacket on. Because like in the winter, we keep our house like, it'll be like, well, some of the rooms especially will be like 68 or 69 or something, and I just wear a jacket all the time. So, so I guess 66 with the wind blowing on me is just, frigid, at least, for me. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. I'm the person that was kayaking yesterday when it was colder than this, and you'd think that'd be colder, but the kayaking, I didn't get cold at all. It was just standing around after the kayaking, but... Oh, dang. I mean, if I was real biking, I'd probably be sweating right now, but I'm riding the e-bike. And I decided to do that because my legs are still dead a little bit from all the Fitbit I did the other day. And, there you go. My legs are still dead from all the Fitbit the other day. And it started getting really smoky about the time I decided to go bike riding. And I don't know, I really want to get cardio and breathe in all the smoke. Like I was gonna try to go up into the mountains today and go bike riding, but it was smoky there. And then I decided to go do some yard work and stuff, and then by the time I got that done and started getting ready to leave, it was like smoky at home, like you could just look outside and see the smoke. It seems way less smoky here. But it's still, my nose, I was started sniffling, and I thought it was because I was cold, but it might actually be because of the smoke, because it's also my sinuses are starting to burn a little bit. So it might almost be too smoky even for e-biking, but I guess we'll see. It's warm today and tomorrow, and I was like the last 2 days it seems like, unless according to the forecast if it's right. But and I was gonna do some nice stuff up in the mountains before everything gets snowed in, but I guess it's smoky for the same reason it's warm, that the wind's blowing in from either south or the mountains or something and not in off the coast. So it blew warm air in and blew a bunch of smoke in. Dang. Yeah, it'll take it a few, like probably another month before it gets like that here. Like that cold. Or maybe like longer. I mean, most of the time it's really nice here. Most of the weather here, I would be jealous of it also. I mean, you freaking pay for it though. Like, it's so expensive to live here. Because I guess because because it's nice weather and everybody wants to live here. So like, is it worth it? Like, I don't think so. But it depends on how much you like the weather. So you can normally see Rainier really, really good here, but it's smoky, like I said. All right, I can go back. Oh, you can see it just barely, barely. I don't know if you can see it, or you can see some of the mountains over there. Uh-huh. I like the environment a lot. It's all like really nice, like pretty forests. Man, this bike is great. I don't even need a bell. The disc brakes on this bike, they squeak really bad, like when I stop. And I thought that was a bug at first, but it's actually a feature. Like, I don't really need the bell because I just put on brakes, and they just did that, but I've had like probably at least 6 or 8 other people do that today so far. They hear my brakes squealing and they move over out of the way. I was thinking I should. It looks like it's bungee corded good. I was thinking I should, but yeah, I thought that was a bug. Like, I was gonna try to fix them, and I adjusted them a little bit, and I think they're just trash disc brakes that you just can't get to not squeak bad. But yeah, I'm starting to think. Oh, that's true. Yeah. This when it's going up a hill, the motor's that loud also. I don't know if you can hear it on stream or not, but you should be able to. Do you hear when I'm accelerating? That, I just stopped pedaling and just made the motor do everything. Oh, but it can't. It's too weak. It's too steep. And I'm so cramped up, it's hard to pedal. So we're both struggling. All right, we made it. It's like, I just bogged down, like freaking dying, trying to get up the hill. It started struggling so bad, I was like, oh no, I gotta help. I don't want it to like stall out and then me have to try to get the bike going by myself, or burn the motor up. I don't know that I should let it struggle until it stops. Until I stop moving forward. That seems bad on it. It's not the strongest bike, and it needs help getting up steep hills. I can pedal up a hill steeper than it can go up, even cramped up on here. So, I mean, I'm stronger than it is as far as moving the bike. But I guess you would hope so. If I, like, do you really need that strong of a motor? Like since I bike a lot, I guess I would hope I'm, a little stronger than the e-bike. All right, I guess I'll just keep going down the road and over to the. Oh, we're struggling again. To the park. I'm gonna go down to this. I've been here before. I'm gonna go down to the park by the lake. I'm just gonna get out in the road and cruise down the road like a car. Oh, this road has speed bumps. I could probably actually go as fast as the cars. And go this side. All right. Oh, started blinker on. Yeah, the Jeep, I was going faster in it. At least, I mean, it was catching up with me, but then I'd go in between the speed bumps and it would slow down. Man, this park is deserted today. It's like a nice day. I thought there'd be a lot of people here. There ain't nobody though. Are you serious? Nice. Oh, you didn't. The only seaweed I've ever had is the like stuff that's like baked seaweed or whatever, baked into sheets. I've never had whatever seaweed you buy that's like, is it just uncooked seaweed and you can just buy? I've never even tried buying that. I don't know if I've ever seen it, but probably just because I haven't looked for it in the right area of the store. Nice. Not really. I don't think you can tell. He's like, excuse me, do you want to race? And I'm like, not really. And he's like, oh, like one of the kids playing on that playground. I would win if I used the e-bike unless he can run faster than 25 miles an hour, because it'll boost me quite well up to 25 if it's like flat ground. I would race. The main reason I said not really is because I feel like there's probably some rules where you're not supposed to race on the sidewalks in the park, and I don't really want to race people with an e-bike and stream it. It's like, I usually try not to do hooligan activities in parks, and then if I ever do, I make sure I don't stream them. Yeah, it's like pretty decent. I feel like it's fast enough. I'm gonna go over here where I'm not getting blinded by the sun. I think it's fast enough to keep, or to, outrun somebody. I think that's, that I'm racing. This looks like a good area to stop for a few minutes. I figured I could drink some of my water. That's what I should have done, because you can turn it on and off really fast. I should have just turned off e-bike mode. I should have just turned it off and really like struggled actually, and then just like put it on turbo or whatever, and just freaking like blew by them. You can run faster than 25. I mean, I don't find that surprising at all, but because you're kind of crazy. Like, what I mean is you have played your squat map and stuff. Like, your legs are, you know, not human or whatever, so. Oh, on a bike. Well, I could see that also. You'd beat me on a bike. Like, I could be on an e-bike and you'd be on the regular bike and you'd just dust me. Just destroy me. Yeah, I feel like I let them down not racing them, but I wonder if they ask everybody on bikes if they want to race, or if he just asked because they saw a camera on my head. I'm kind of hungry. I should have taken food. It would be nice to have water and food. Instead, I have it would have. Maybe I should go back. It's like, all right, I rethought it. I'll race you. I feel like the only way for it to be remotely fair is to make sure he knows it's an e-bike. I mean, it's kind of obvious if it's an e-bike, but if you don't look at it, you might just not know it's an e-bike. I mean, some people don't ride bikes. If you don't ride a bike at all, would you know the difference? If you've never paid attention to bikes. I don't know if you can tell, I've been here quite a few times. It's smoky here because like it's really hazy looking across the lake. I don't know if you can really tell, but you can see the haze in the sky. Like the clouds today are the really high up ones, and all this stuff closer to the horizon is smoke, I'm pretty sure. So I guess that's why my sinuses are burning a little bit. I'm definitely not. There's some every summer, pretty much. If it gets smoky or not just depends on how the wind's blowing. Most years in the fall, there'll be at least a few days when it's smoky. Last year, I don't think there were any smoky days, like in the Seattle metro area. At least not that I remember, which was like the only year it's been like that since I've lived here. The first year, like fall, I lived here, it got smoky and stayed some smoky for like 2 or 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, that you couldn't even go outside basically. It actually sucked because it was kind of warm that summer, and then it got into the really nice like 60 degree or low 70s like fall weather, and it was smoky almost the entire time, and then it started raining and got cold. So it's like I just basically missed the whole fall hiding inside from the smoke. So it's nice. This year, it's been like, it'll be smoky 1 or 2 days, like 1 week, and then it'll be nice the rest of the week, and then it'll be like a day or two where it's smoky. So yesterday was like really, really, really clear. Like as clear as I've seen it since July, I think, because it's been being, even when it's not smoky, it's still really hazy. And then the wind changed today, so today it's like blowing in, and it's supposed to be, I think, worse tomorrow. When it's supposed to get cold, they get colder and clear out again. So like this year, there's 3 big forest fires nearby, like around the metro. So it just depends on how the wind's blowing that day. If it Oh, I can see that, yeah. Like if it snowed, I guess that it snows so much there. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm actually starting to die here. I feel like, or just sneezing a few times. Yeah, they put like that much gravel, like where people don't slip. I could see that if it just stops raining, get really dusty. And all the cars driving on the gravel and everything. Oh, so that probably sucks, because once the snow melts, maybe when it's like nice weather, and then you just suffocate from the dust if you bike ride. Oh, I see. Oh, I guess I would guess that, yeah, rock dust. Like it'd probably be really, really fine rock particles that you're just breathing in. And it like coats your lungs. That's probably like freaking almost as bad as freaking smoking or something for your lungs. Like I would just imagine like coating them with rock particles. There's also tungsten and metal fragments mixed in the dust. Ew. Yeah, that sounds actually awful. I'm nice and warm now. Sat here long enough, partly in the sun. Now the sun's moved over enough that it's in my eyes. Other than the road being right behind me where it's loud, this is a really nice place to just hang out. How long have I been streaming? 58 minutes. 5:53. Oh, so well, yeah, I guess I have about an hour to get back if I don't want to get locked in the parking lot. Assuming they lock it in time. I, may have before come down here and gotten back way, way, way after dark and figured out that they don't lock it anywhere close to on time, because there were still a lot of other people there also. But the sign says they lock it at dusk, and I think sunset's like 6:45 or something, so dusk is probably like 6:55 or 7. So I guess I have about an hour. I'll maybe go over to the other side of the park and look at the lake, like where the creek runs in, and then I probably should head back. I mean, I can ride back way faster if I want to. I spent a lot of time stopping and looking at bit rate and stuff, and just riding slow. It'll be less busy closer to dark also, so I don't really like flying by people and scaring them. And like, oh, so like really, really close to the same time as here. Like, what time is it here? What does this weather app say? Today it is at 6:39. Dang, so basically the same time. There's a 3-minute difference. That's actually crazy. You're further north, I would assume. I'm pretty sure, quite a bit further north, but you're at a different area, part of this time zone, I guess. Because it makes a huge difference if you're like near the beginning or near the end of the time zone of whatever time zone you're in. Like when I lived in the southeast, I lived like basically right on the edge. 30 minutes away from going into the next time zone, and so it always got dark really, really late, like year round, compared to some places. So here, the only time it ever gets dark, it doesn't get dark until as late as it did down there, since it's quite a ways through Pacific time zone, is just in the summer, and that's just because the days are like crazy long. And like in the winter, it gets dark here at like, I think the earliest the sunset gets is like maybe 4:35 or something. So I really hate that. That's once the time changes. That's will make a difference also. You probably don't have daylight savings time. And we do here. So that'd throw it off an hour. Like if you're like way further north, where I'd assume it would get dark earlier. Well, but that, wait, that doesn't make sense. Not for it being the same time. Oh, I see. Yeah, I didn't actually realize, I thought most countries didn't have it. Maybe most of them don't, but I didn't realize hardly anybody had it other than the US until like not that long ago. And then I found out that there's a whole bunch of them, other ones that have it, or at least quite a few. Alright, I guess I'm gonna head back up there before it gets too late. I didn't have the bike turned itself off. It's hard to get uphill. If it fit me, it wouldn't be as hard. I mean, then it would just be really heavy. But like, it's really heavy and my knees are cramped, like really cramped up. Oh, okay. See, I think I'll use the restroom if the restrooms are open. Aren't these restrooms? Yeah. Closed for the season. Well, there's one on the other side. Didn't it say it was with a door open? Hey, I'll be right back. I don't think anybody will jump on my bike and ride off here? At least not if I'm fast enough. Now, did I close the window? Oh, no, there it is. Oh, goodness, no. Hello. Thank you. But no, I'm very, Oh, also, you couldn't see this earlier. I think this is the prettiest thing at this park. This trellis that goes all the way around with all these vines growing on it. I think I've been here closer to the fall, if I remember right, and the leaves change colors a little bit. Oh, they look like peas. There's like some peas growing. Oh, or they kind of look like peas. I don't know if peas grow that large, but I don't know what those look like other than like peas you'd grow in the garden, but like maybe larger. But no, I go in there and I even like I click the. I'm very adamant about not getting banned for accidentally streaming walking into a bathroom, or streaming that. I don't even getting banned wouldn't even be the worst thing. It would just be accidentally doing that. Uh, um, so like I even like unplug the power from my GoPro like I click the button to stop stream and then I unplug the power. It's like I'm gonna make sure there's no way this thing is, you know, outputting video and is getting sent to Twitch. I just do both. Like I either disconnect it or I just type in BRB and switch it to the BRB screen. It's easier just to stop it and let OBS switch it, and then unplug it, and then it's less likely I forget to do one or the other. Oh, look, there's quite a few trees here that are turning to change colors. But that just goes around the parking lot. So I guess I will go this way. It's a pretty nice park. It has a picnic area or a picnic shelter here. All kinds of stuff. Oh, the kids that wanted to race me are gone. They were playing in that climb, that thing with a rope that you can climb. Now it's nice and warm, and I'm already coasting, and I can feel getting cooler. There's steps over there. I'm gonna go across the grass. This isn't muddy, isn't it? It hasn't been raining. This you can't ride over here in the winter. It like gets, or you can't really walk over to the bridge. Dang, the lake is really low. Oh, this is just dried up. Last time I was here, it wasn't close to this low. Like, this is usually a creek that comes in. But I guess maybe it's just rainwater, or either it dries up when it gets really, really, really wet, or really, really, really dry. And it's just dry. See, the mud's like cracked all up and everything from it drying out. And then the dock just barely gets down to the water. Kind of crazy. Nice sunset pictures. GoPro lightens up the sunset. My phone captures it being way more orange. Still looks pretty nice. Wait, also somebody followed me while I was AFK. But thank you for the follow if you're still here. The TTS didn't read it off for some reason. And, the chat didn't load either, but I just saw it. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna head back before I run out all daylight. I'm gonna go down this way where there's no curve. Alright, There's a bug on my glasses I had to deal with. We can go down the road like a. Well, let me re-look. I didn't hear TTS good, and my chat's not loading. Was something about bicycling on Twitch? I'll reread the message as soon as I get off the road right up here. Which I guess I'm not really in the road now anyway, but I don't want to drive down the side of the road looking at my phone. I don't know, I guess stopped loading. Bicycling on Twitch sounds too healthy. Oh, compared to playing games. I guess maybe it is. I mean, I'm e-biking. That's not as healthy, not as much exercise. I'm getting cold. I just turned the assist off to work up some heat. Oh, my knees don't like it off. This bike's so cramped. Oh. Sorry. Oh, this bike is so hard to speed when you turn the assist off. Because it weighs like, I don't remember now. I don't remember if it was 60 or 70 pounds. I remember from when we bought it. I think it was 70 pounds, so it takes a long time to get up to speed just on your own power, because like, I mean, it's all the weight. My steering stuff, and then, you know, my normal bike's maybe like 30 pounds. This one's like it's at least double the weight. Now we just fly. Oh, it's cold down here once I went across that creek. Like, it's a lot colder than it was up on the top of the hill. What? Usually you need to honestly slow to assist to make up for extra weight. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it on. Yeah, it's a really pretty path. Nice trees all along it. Yeah, I wish it had a lower setting. Like it has this bike has eco mode that I have it on, which is the least assist. And then it has Well, it has a touring mode that kind of seems like it assists about the same also, maybe a little differently, and then it has turbo. So like eco and touring, it just assists too much. Like I don't hardly get any exercise. But if I turn the assist off, then I just freaking die. Cool. Thank you. I was just pedaling some of it off because I was getting chilly. And I probably need a little exercise today. Oh, I was gonna stop and see, because this is a better angle than earlier. See if you can see Rainier at all through the smoke. Usually you can see Mount Rainier really, really well here. Oh, you can a little bit. I don't know if I had my phone out. But my iPhone's in my backpack. I'd take it out and switch to it. But it might be too small in GoPro. But if you look right through the power lines, like almost to the other tower, you can see the mountain there. It's lit up more now because it's kind of dark and the sun's shining on it. It's usually really bright, but it's really, really easy to see, but it's like really smoky today. Yeah, pretty much. There's this fog. Alright, I restarted this app, so it's, I should actually be able to see chat without riding on one handlebar and taking my phone out of my pocket and looking at the other phone. This one, I had internet, it just ceased to reconnect to Twitch. Cool, it's working good now. Well, I just need, I don't really want to put my other phone on the handlebars because I'm worried about when I'm riding over really rough stuff, like bouncing the camera around until I mess up the optic image stabilization. Because I use this one to take pictures. This on my handlebar is my cheap phone. I don't even have phone service on it, which is why it cuts off. But if whatever I have Wi-Fi on stops working, then it doesn't have any internet. So, oh crap, I don't have assist on. Normally, it's just different because I have a Starlink today. Normally, I just have a hotspot on one of my phones, and as long as that cell service doesn't stop working, then I can read chat. All right, good night, Mr. Winnie Cat. I hope you have I'm glad you enjoyed watching, and I hope you have a nice rest of your night. Yeah, I guess you're still trying to recover right now, or whatever. You need extra sleep. But yeah, I'll see you later. Yeah, so if I go like mountain biking way out in the woods, I'll usually run the Wi-Fi hotspot from my Velobox instead of one of my phones, because last time I did it on my phone and I kept having to switch TTS from different phones because like the first one I was using just didn't have service anymore. My Velobox will just send whatever data, like it doesn't bond them together and send that over the hotspot like it does the stream. But if like one of the connections goes down, then it'll switch the hotspot to using one of the other connections, like any connection that it's hooked up that's tethered to it. So that's good because I don't actually know for here. Well, I mean, I guess here, like in the city, you can't. Oh, I don't know them really well, but if you're like in the national forest, like, I think you have to be so many feet off of a road, and as long as you're not camping like in the ditch of the road or something, and as long as you're so many feet off, then you can just go pitch a tent and camp. I was gonna say, I don't know about here, and then I thought about it, because this is a King County trail. None of their parks have campgrounds. And the only where you can park at camp, you know, close to the city is just a campground. Like, it has to be a National Forest Service or yeah. Yeah, I started streaming mostly playing VR games, and then I started IRL streaming like hey, thank you for the follow. I started IRL streaming like a year and a half ago, and I do about half now. So, I mean, about half of them are gonna be video game streams, but it'll be maybe more gaming in the winter and more bike riding and stuff in the summer. Like, I mostly don't bike ride in the winter because it's just too cold, but I'll at least do some hiking in the winter. It's easier to like bundle up hiking than bike riding, kind of. So, but yeah, I'll always try to, like, year around do some hiking and biking streams. And if it's too freaking cold and rainy, maybe just go drive around in the mountains and look at the snow or something. If it's not too snowy that you can't get over the pass. Yeah. Yeah. Still, yeah, thank you for the follow. Uh-huh. Yeah, and today's the first stream I've ever tested it. I got a Starlink Mini. So hopefully if it keeps, it's worked pretty well for how much tree cover I have here. Hopefully I'll do some more even further into the mountain like drives. I won't be able to once it starts snowing because most of those roads are closed. But next few weeks, I'll probably be doing some nice, like, really high elevation drives. Like, I thought later this week I'll probably go try to drive through North Cascade National Park. And there's no cell service anywhere up there since I have a Starlink now. So I'll be able to do some more cool stuff that I've never been able to do. Wait, let me check. I missed that one message and my phone isn't showing chat again. I guess the Starlink cut out under all those trees and it's on hello? Chat. I'm tempted to try bike packing sometimes. Oh, I think I heard that. I was just gonna respond to it more. I'm like tempted to do that also. Kind of. I'd kind of like to, if I did it, stream it. I can't. Really cool. Yeah, it is really pretty, and I'm glad the streams are nice. There's a really, really nice old rails for trails. Like, it's a bike trail now. It used to be an old railroad that goes all the way over the Cascades. Up near the top, you actually go through an old like 2-mile long railroad tunnel. And then, but anyways, it has campgrounds all along it, and it goes like all the way across the state. So you can just go, and the campgrounds are pretty frequent. So you can pretty much just, you know, you have a lot of, at least the parks I've been on, the campgrounds are pretty frequent. So you have a lot of choices of like how far you want to ride. So you can just go, and the campgrounds are cheap. They're just like, you know, basically for people bike packing. So I think they're like $12 a night or something like that. It was like 10 or 12 or something. So that's like really nice. I've considered doing, I've like been tempted to do that. Like I haven't gone even camping in years and years and years, and I've never gone backpacking. So it would be like a lot to get used to, and I'd have to get used to riding more, where I could ride like now, if I go ride like 25 or 30 miles, well, I think the most I've actually ridden this summer is like 25 miles, but like my legs are dead the next day. So I'd have to like build up enough that I can go ride like, you know, probably would want to ride at least 50 or 60 miles a day and do that like, you know, multiple days in a row or whatever. Yeah, most of the, so the trail I was talking about, most of the part I've been on that has the campgrounds is in National Forest, I believe. Some of it might be the state forest, but I think you can camp there also. So a lot of it, if you had a flat area to get off the trail, which most of it you don't because it's like built on the side of the mountain, you could just camp in the woods as long as you get off the trail so far. But I guess you could do that and then you wouldn't have to pay for the campsites. I guess the advantage of the campsite is most of the trail there's no place on the side of the trail that's flat. And the campsites, you have like picnic tables, and there's vault toilets there, and so you have like bathrooms, you know, not running water, but you have a bathroom and then fire rings and stuff. And tent pads, so. I'm not sure if you can camp anywhere or not. It depends on most of the trail is a state park, but where it goes up through the mountains there, I believe the state park part of it is just literally like the land that the trail's on, basically. At least according to how Google Maps shows it. And it's Forest Service away from there. So, and there are a few places where it crosses Forest Service roads and other hiking trails. You could probably go up them a little ways until you're in national forest like land where you could camp legally. But that's kind of cool that you can just anywhere there. I mean, I think if they did that here, you'd have people just camping in the ditches on the side of the roads and then getting almost ran over and stuff. So I guess I can see why they don't. But I mean, it would be cool also. And I mean, a lot of the forests here are, you know, some of them are like, a lot of it's like private land that like people own or like logging companies own, and they log and stuff like that. So here you can pretty much camp anywhere if in the like federal government owned land. Except for, I guess you can't in national parks. National parks it's a park, so you have to be in the campground. But if it's not a park, you can, like if it's just forest, you can just go You just have to be so far off of the road where you're not basically in the ditch. I don't remember for sure, but I think you only have to be like 30 feet off or 50 or something like that, and then you can just, camp. I've never actually tried doing it, so I just remember some of the stuff from reading about it, but I never actually did it, so I don't remember the info very well. The little doggo looks like he's having fun. Oh, you can see Rainier just a little bit. Here's one of the other places that you can see it on the trail. But I can make it out a little bit, but it's pretty much too smoky to see it. It's harder to see than earlier. It's just like right there. If you follow the power lines up, it's just right over to the left just a little bit. The top of it peeking over the trees. Yeah, I think I'd have to, it's so faint, I think I'd have to take my iPhone out. If you can see it better, I'd go do it. But the only thing you can see, all you can see is the snow cap part, so it's really, really hard to see it. That's the problem, it's really hard to see it through the smoke because the sky's white from the smoke and then there's snow on the mountain. And the only way I can hardly even make it out is I can see it lit up, some of it lit up yellow from the sunset shining on it. The only way to show it better would be fish my iPhone out of the bottom of my backpack because I have it tethered to my Bella box. And I'd have to zoom in. You want to eat the mountain snow? Hey, you can go there. People go there mountaineering. Like you actually have to like be good to like climb up there and not die. Like you have to be a professional basically. But people climb at least, I don't know all the way up to the top, but they climb some of the way up to the top. There hadn't been that many people, and then I come out on the road and there's like a whole group of joggers. I'm just like, whoa. So I mean, you really could go mountaineering and eat the snow probably. And my chat phone stopped working again. So this is a good test. I need to, if I don't have reliable service to be able to keep up a chat, if I have Starlink and cell service, I should have it set up where my chat phone can use the cell service. What I'm trying to say. Or use anything. Normally I do the Wi-Fi hotspot on my Pixel and connect everything to it. That's not wired. I have almost everything wired to my Bella box. But like if I'm streaming on my iPhone, everything's going over Wi-Fi. The iPhone's just plugged at the power. But I mean, I had to. The only way to, well, actually, the Starlink has a Ethernet plug, but I'd have to run it up to my Velovox because I also have Ethernet ports on my Velovox. But basically, the only functional way to hook it up is on its Wi-Fi. So I'm running everything on the Starlink's Wi-Fi, which is nice because my phones run a lot cooler. But like if I don't have good service, I can use the Velovox for a hotspot, and then I have access to all of my connections to load chat. I think I was saying that earlier, and I started talking about something else and didn't finish explaining. That's what I'll do when I have really, really, really bad service. So that road with the water running over it, you can go down that way to the right and actually go over to there's a reservoir over there, and there's a little gravel trail that goes all the way around it. I've thought about riding, I had thought about riding there today if I had rode faster or not rode all the way down to the end. I've never gone over there because part of it, I'm pretty sure, doesn't have enough cell service to stream on. But it's a trail that goes around a reservoir, so it's just a really long straight trail, and most of them follow roads, so you have quite a bit of skyline. So I think it would probably, Starlink would probably work almost the whole time. It really has the questionable cell service. Oh, a bunch of ducks just landed in the, oh no, it is ducks. I thought it was geese for a minute. Right down here in this pond. Why are they? They're chasing each other. I thought it was something else chasing them at first. It's just the ducks chasing each other. I didn't know if I was looking down enough that you can see them good or not. Oh, I'm actually looking more down than I need to be. Oh yeah, you can't really see them on stream. Just duck noises. Right, I'm going on, I guess. I heard clapping. It's because you're a doggo having a fun time catching balls. Oh, I wonder if that's why I wonder if the ducks are up here and the dog chased them. Or if they were flying somewhere else and just landing there. wait for this car to go by and then hit the lights. Didn't really need the lights. Those cars are way further. Man, my hands are getting cold. Just sitting here in the air on the handlebars. It's like, we're gonna do the bumpy root part. You know, I haven't checked it in a long time. Should maybe before I go over all these bumps. No, it's still bungee corded on there, great. Cool, the bungee cords work really well. I have 2 bungee cords and they're like wrapped around it a few times where it can't, I guess it could slide out of the back, but it would have to be so much force that they didn't that the bag that is in could fall out. And I can't speed up that fast or stop that fast on this bike. So that seems to be great. It might need to be attached better if I was like mountain biking. I have a GoPro on the helmet. The Starlink weighs like, I'm guessing maybe like 5 pounds. Alright, made it across. Well, actually not even 5 pounds. It weighs about as much as one of my battery packs. I'm just purely guessing. It probably weighs like 2 or 3 pounds. It's like a lot lighter than I thought it would be. Yeah, and then I have a GoPro on my helmet. Like the Starlink's light enough. I bought the Starlink. I bought it a few days ago because they were on sale for $300, and I was planning on using it just basically on my car when I drive in the mountains, and probably never bike riding. But once I saw how it's smaller and lighter than I realized it was, so I thought, well, maybe I could put it in a backpack. I tried it in a backpack, just in a normal one, and it's pointed too much sideways. It needs to be angled up at the sky more. So then I decided, well, it should be able to sit on a luggage rack on the back of the bike, and my body today. And like, I was testing it today because this e-bike already had a luggage rack, is one of the reasons I decided to ride the e-bike today. The other reason is that it was smoky, and I figured I wouldn't breathe in much smoke if I wasn't getting a lot of cardio. But yeah, it's basically like about the same amount of weight as one of my battery packs that I run all my stuff off of. So, and I have 2. I could have my setup a lot lighter. I just bought big battery packs to make sure I had plenty of power. They ended up being more than I really needed. But mine's pretty heavy because I have like 2 27 milliamp battery packs. So like it basically weighs about as much as one of them. So like 2 or 3 pounds, when all of my stuff probably weighs like, I don't know, 15 pounds or something, at least, I would guess. Adding an extra 2 or 3 pounds isn't that much. Like it's large, like larger than anything else I have. So basically mounting it to something is the hardest, but weight's not that big of a deal compared to how much I already, like if I fine-tuned my setup and had it really light and wanted a really, really light one, it would be a big deal, but mine's like super heavy. So like it's light enough that even if I was on a city bike on the road, I wouldn't care about the weight. Even really some of those rail trails where I ride my mountain bike uphill, I still wouldn't really care about the 2 or 3 pounds. And some of those I have some pretty bad cell service, and most of them are like they're on an old railroad track and they don't have much tree cover. So it'd be, you know, pretty functional.
No, I made them stick.
But yeah, so I guess I'll, it's not going to be just always under tree cover, but I think I'll put a luggage rack on my other bike, the one I ride around in town, so I can use it and just basically use it anytime I'm driving or bike riding, unless it's mountain biking. And obviously hiking, it'd be too annoying to carry around something that big. Because they have sheep here, and they have a sheepdog right there to watch them. I've stopped here before looking at them too long, and the dogs come down here to bark at me. It's like, get away from my sheep. This is a pretty view here. It's just the thin, really high clouds, and the sun's set, but it's still shining up on the bottom of the clouds. Oh my, I should pull my phone out to make sure I didn't miss any chat in my my fingers are stiff. They're like frozen solid from just sitting on holding the handlebars. Figured I'd stop and look at the sky. The trail ends right up here, but I guess I'll ride up here to the end, and then in stream. There's cattails right here. You don't see cattails that much around here. Like in Washington, I hadn't seen that many. I don't think as many as I would see in the southeast. But this like kind of follows the creek the whole way. Most of the area like here, I don't think there's actually anything that looks like a creek. It's just all spread out across the valley and just basically a swamp. Oh, here's some of them that have like opened up. The cattails. They're all like fuzzy or cottony or whatever. Yeah. Oh my goodness, you would wonder that. Is this from the seaweed? You wanted to eat seaweed, then you got seaweed and ate it, and now, dude, those look really like cottony. I think they'd get stuck all in your mouth. Oh yeah, but as far as drove my car here, so my car is basically like right over there, so I pretty much don't have to ride anymore at all. But yeah, sometimes I turn the lights on when it's this dark. Let's see if I can remember how to turn them on, because I haven't rode this e-bike in a long time. See, it has pretty decent lights, which is cool. Yeah, there was a stream a couple weeks ago where I walked along the beach and there was seaweed washed all up, and we were talking about eating it. I was like almost tempted to pick some up and eat it, and then decided probably shouldn't just eat seaweed off of random beaches. And then a little bit later, I got to a sign telling you not to eat fish that you catch there because there's toxic algae. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I probably definitely shouldn't eat the seaweed then if you're not supposed to eat the fish. But yeah. Oh, and also, yeah, if I had to ride home on the road, I don't like riding on the road anyways, and even with lights, I don't like riding on the road when it starts getting this dark. I think this dark or a little darker is like... Yeah. But Catsy kept talking about eating it, and I was getting curious. Like, I'm just like, I wonder if it does taste good. I've been listening to him talk about eating it the whole time. I kind of want to find out. But yeah, I guess die. I wonder if eating just a little bit would have made me sick. I don't know what toxic algae does to you. Okay. Wait, you don't have cattails? Oh wait, you don't have mountains either, right? Where you live? So there's no cattails or mountain snow. And I guess maybe no seaweed. You just had to buy the seaweed in the store? He really was, like, looked up and it said according to Google, you can eat random seaweed off of beaches, basically, or you can eat seaweed off of beaches at least, and everything. And it's like, I was really starting to consider it. He was selling it so well. And then I was like, I thought about it more and was like, no, I shouldn't be that dumb. I shouldn't eat it unless I know for sure it's fine. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. The only kind of seaweed I've ever had is the baked stuff, you know, that they bake into like sheets. I've never actually had. Catsy said they bought some fresh seaweed that was slimy or something like that, like basically not baked. I've never had non-baked seaweed, like just fresh, like not cooked. It doesn't sound very appetizing, but I do kind of want to try some now. We've talked about it too much. So I kind of want to try some just to see what it's like. Yeah, I really like them. And you can buy like a bunch of different flavors and everything. Anyways, I guess I'll look, I've just been sitting here, it's been fun sitting here talking, but I am getting called, so I guess I'll look and see who I'm going to raid, and then go ahead and stop. It says I've done 12.6 miles according to the overlay. It's 61 degrees. Imagine being cold when it's 61. I've really gotten used to the summer. This winter is going to be bad until I get used to the cold, I guess. Oh, just eat a little. Okay. Just find a little. Cool. Yeah. Hope you have a good night also. Thanks for stopping by and everything. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Oh, my hands are cold. Alright, I'll go see who I'm going to raid. It was a little bit a short stream again, like only 2 hours, but there's no daylight left. I mean, I could do night riding, but I am kind of, like I was thinking about it, it was like, I kind of want to ride for more than 2 hours, but there's no daylight and it's kind of cool. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'll go home. I mean, I'm not that cold. It's just, I don't know why. I was talking about it yesterday. My hands just get cold really fast. Like my body, I would probably sweat if I got any warmer because I have a thin jacket on, but my hands are just freezing off, and my face. So I'll warm up as soon as I get in the car with the heat on, and then if I don't all the way, just warm up. Oh, I'm gonna drink coffee when I get home. That'll warm me up. Coffee is always good. And you know how much of a freaking coffee addict I am. I've only had coffee once today. Yesterday, we ran out of coffee and I didn't go get any. So then yesterday morning there was no coffee, so I couldn't fix me any. I thought about making me some matcha to drink, but I decided I just like coffee more in the morning and I really wanted coffee. So I decided I'd go out and get some later in the day. Oh yeah, I was talking about that last year. Someone was suggesting me get winter gloves for bike gloves, and I never really looked into it too much. The new ones are really expensive. Because I can bundle up enough that I stay warm and don't sweat, and then take the jackets off before I start sweating. It's just my hands and feet get pretty cold. My feet do because my bike shoes are I guess summer ones. So maybe I need because I usually wear bike shoes with SPDs, like clip to the pedals. So maybe I need warmer bike shoes and some nice gloves. And that'd be good. Oh yeah, I was thinking, so yesterday I ran out of coffee and decided I'd just be fine until the evening or something without drinking coffee. And about halfway through the afternoon, I was way more tired than normal. And I remember getting to a point where all right, you know what, this sucks. I don't like being alive like this. And just decided that I was done with it and just went and got in the car and drove somewhere to go buy more coffee beans. Because coffee doesn't really hype me up anymore, but it at least makes you less tired. So I was like, I've been freaking tired all day and just dragging, and I'm like, I want to actually feel like being awake for once today. And there's hardly anybody on. I'm trying to decide who to raid, and I'm not sure. I guess I just raid Voidstar. He's playing with the Synth Riders. Yeah, I might be a coffee addict. Oh, I was also, by that point, starting to get, I think, a caffeine withdrawal headache. Oh, really? Most of my gloves I have, they're either so thick that it's like kind of hard to mash the brakes and everything. That would be, yeah. I was kind of like that for a little bit, and then I like it dawned on me, like I was thinking like, dude, you've been tired all day. All you're gonna do is get more tired the longer you don't have coffee, and then really not want to go to the store. So like the realization of that like motivated me to actually get up and go get coffee. That it was only gonna get worse. And I wasn't doing myself any favors not going and getting coffee. I kept doing other stuff instead, and then I was thinking like, well, if I was just more awake right now, all this other stuff I want to get done, I would just do it faster and save the time I spent going to the coffee shop. But yeah, anyways, I will look at gloves because I've never really ridden in the winter until last year. I rode more last summer, so then last winter, after a few months of not riding, I got sick of it and started riding when it was cold. But my hands just froze really bad. So I'll look into gloves more this year because I've been really having a lot of fun riding as much as I have, and don't want to stop riding when it gets cold. I don't know about riding when it's raining, but there's plenty of days where it doesn't rain all day and stuff. Bye, Saren. Bye, Katsy. And Otto, Ari, anyone else is here. I hope you all have a nice day. And also, hi, Saren, since I hadn't talked to you. Even with winter gloves, your fingers still freeze? Yeah, well, maybe they will last. I mean, I'm used to them freezing because my hands just freeze all the time. But when they get to the point that I can't bend my fingers and stuff, then it kind of sucks. Hello, thank you for the follow. Okay, nice. I hope you had a nice lurk. I don't have the countdown, so I don't